Hi there! So Redmi's on a spree in the Smart TV segment as well. After the 4K series that was launched early this year, it's now time for the HD TVs this festive season. 32-inch HD and 43-inch Full HD Smart TVs. We have the 43-inch variant in the house, and what got me pepped up is that this comes with Android TV 11 out of the box. Yeah, it's surely not the first one to get it, but it's great to have the latest OS. So let's quickly unbox it, we'll see what comes inside, I'll share my experience, and accordingly you can decide if this one is a worthy buy or not. Let's begin. So here is the retail packaging of the Redmi Smart TV. Now did you know you can actually cut out this TV box and make a cat house, a bookshelf, or even a shoe rack? I think that's a really smart idea. Then on the front you can see some of the specs and features mentioned just below the Redmi Smart TV branding. The Redmi TV comes with 1-star power rating, so it's not really power saving. On the side are the manufacturing details and the MRP, which is 34,999. It's clearly mentioned, do not open the box yourself, wait for the technician to come to install it for you, or else it would void the warranty. So keep that in mind. So inside the box we get the usual stuff, starting with the instruction guide, and towards the back here is the Redmi warranty policy and the warranty card. 2 plastic stands, something we've seen with many Mi TVs before, but the good thing is that I like that they are of matte finish. Unlike previously that we've seen glossy finish, this comes with a nice matte finish, looks really nice. Screws to mount those stands. And finally, the super popular Mi TV remote. Of course, this comes with the Redmi branding. This is a Bluetooth remote, super compact, light, and very functional. At the bottom here, you can see it has shortcut keys for Netflix and Prime videos. I would have loved to see YouTube and probably Hotstar as well. On the top, you can see is the power button, comes with quick wake feature. Then you have the Google Voice Assistant, D-pad to navigate, PatchWall button to go to PatchWall, back button, Android home button, and the volume up and down button. You can mute the TV by pressing the volume down button twice. Also, there are no batteries provided for the remote, and there's no wall mount bracket included in the packaging. You'll have to pay 500 rupees extra when the engineer comes to install it. So we've already fixed the stands, and we're going to remove the plastic from the front of the display, and this basically is to protect the display from any sort of damage. So there you go, we have table mounted the TV, and the first thing that gets your attention are the bezels. Now the Redmi TV doesn't have a bezel-less design like we saw on the Horizon edition, but they're still reasonably slim. The stands are exactly like we saw on the previous 43-inch Mi TVs, just matte finish this time. The back has a completely new design with Redmi written vertically. It's a nice touch. The build quality is genuinely impressive, feels so premium. Now all the ports are on the side, which makes it easy to reach even if the TV is wall mounted. It has 2 USB-A ports, 3.5 headphone jack, AV input, 2 HDMI ports, LAN input, and antenna. So HDMI 1 supports ARC, so you can connect your home theater system or soundbar for digital audio out. Also, Dolby Atmos pass-through via ARC is supported, which is great. But sadly there are only 2 HDMI ports. It's usually enough, but I would have personally preferred 3. It's always better. Also, there's no optical audio out. Now I've seen SpeedIF and optical out on all Mi TVs and Redmi TVs before. I'm kind of surprised why it has been skipped. Anyway, so we turned on the TV and we're welcomed with the new Android TV animation. Even the remote pairing page has kind of a new look to it. Really nice. So meanwhile we set it up, here's a quick glance at the specifications. So we have a full HD IPS display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels. Now the unit I have received has an IPS panel, but remember, you cannot be sure which one you would get, IPS or VA. And this is probably because there are multiple vendors supplying to the company. That's why it's impossible to know which one you're going to get. Then you get 1 GB of RAM with 8 GB internal storage. Now most 43-inch Android TVs, HD ones, will come with 8 GB internal storage. Though it would be enough to install multiple apps, but less if you're going to install multiple games. 16 GB would have just been a little better. Anyway, dual band Wi-Fi support, now that's brilliant. Now most HD TVs come with single band Wi-Fi and they really struggle when it comes to good internet speed. So finally you have 5G support, which is really good. Then 20-watt sound output with DTS Virtual X and DTS HD. Then you get ALLM, which is auto low latency mode for low input lag, which means good for gaming as well. Then you get Bluetooth 5.0, so you can connect your headphones or even Bluetooth gamepads to play wirelessly. Google Voice Assistant on the remote, and it's running the latest Android TV 11. Alright, we're set up and ready to go. Pretty standard Android TV interface. You have the app row on the top, Netflix, Prime Videos, YouTube. Then you have the content row below from PatchWall, from YouTube, from Google Play Movies. Now the first thing I'm really excited about is to check the Android version number. Let's go. There you go. So the Redmi TV is running Android TV 11 out of the box. That's just amazing. And meanwhile, we'll also check the internal storage. And out of 8 GB, we have 4.3 GB of usable space. Coming back to the app launcher, you can see some of the apps that have come pre-installed. Of course, PatchWall, Netflix, Prime Videos, Google Play Store is there, YouTube, and some more apps. And of course, everyone's favorite miracast. So without wasting a single second, let's check out how the display looks. Now the first thing that blew me away is the brightness of this panel. Now we don't have the exact nits of peak brightness, but I can promise you, this one will far exceed your expectations. Now this is a 4K video playing on YouTube that maxes out at Full HD since this is a Full HD panel. But the detail in the images are extraordinary. It's clear and super crisp. You can see it for yourself. The Vivid engine truly shines with impressive color reproduction. It's vivid and punchy. Also worth mentioning, this is a 60Hz panel and the videos play buttery smooth. In fact, it almost feels like MEMC is enabled. The blacks are quite good, but leaning towards grey at times. Here is a sample video where you can see the contrast. Check out the bright whites and the solid blacks. Also, I didn't notice any light bleed around the edges. In my initial impressions, I can say that the viewing experience on the Redmi Smart TV was pretty good. Coming to the setup box, now here are some SD channels and they look really nice. We know a lot of channels aren't yet available on HD, so even if you're watching SD channels on this TV, they are pretty much viewable. And here are some HD channels. There's nothing beating it. It's almost perfect. It's ideal if you're watching HD channels on this TV. Also tried playing some videos from my pen drive, but 4K videos weren't supported on the default media player. However, 2K videos work flawlessly. There you go. Coming to the performance. Now usually with 1 GB RAM, you wouldn't get the best performance, but the system here is really well optimized and I didn't notice any lag or stutter. The OS comes with Android Play Store as well. I did find it a little laggy when it loaded, but I'd say I've observed similar experience on Play Store on most Android TVs. Then once it's loaded, it's so much more smoother. You can download tons of apps from here, Sony Live, Disney Hotstar, Apple Music, to name a few. Then there's also a dedicated section for games, but since the device comes with just 8 GB internal storage, I suggest you reserve that for the apps. However, we did download and play Crossy Road using the Redmi TV remote and it played without any problem. Alright, let's come to PatchWall, something personally I'm a huge fan of. So now you see a little different kind of carousel. Initially we had a full screen carousel, but the drawback of that was it was kind of a little laggy, but now with this kind of size, it's actually fast and snappy. There you can see there's just not a hint of lag. It's just perfectly fine. Now just below that, you can see the apps row. You can see the Vivo IPL teams. All that is integrated right here. Netflix is here. And there you go. There's IMDb integration right in PatchWall. You can see free movies and TV shows. There are 77 free live channels that you can watch from here. Like there is live news, there's Aaj, there's India Today. If you come below, here are free to watch, free news channels. If you go back further in music, here are some music channels that are free to watch from here. Similarly, there are devotional channels, shows and kids. And if you go back to the home page, celebrity watch list, there's so much. In fact, I always make a detailed video about PatchWall. It's because there is so much to cover, but it's almost impossible to talk about everything in a review video like this. Also, if you come to the user center here, you have integration of now even the Mi Home app. Currently, I've not logged in. You can control your Mi Smart Home devices directly from here. Alright, let's check out mirroring, and what better than Miracast. We go into the Miracast app, we make sure fluency priority is selected, take your Android phone, go all the way down to cast, and you'll see Redmi TV show up. Click, and there you go. The phone screen has mirrored, and there you go. You can see it's actually quite smooth. Ooh, That's responsive. That's really good. I'm actually liking it. It's pretty smooth. Works really well. Wow. Not bad at all. How about we play a video and see? There you go. So if you see carefully, there's not even a hint of lag. Mirroring, if you're mirroring a video or a movie, it's going to be absolutely smooth from your phone to the TV. We also briefly tested the Netflix app. It's really smooth, so well optimized and snappy. Watching your favorite movies here is an absolute delight. Alright, coming to the audio. So you get 20 watt sound output with DTS Virtual X and DTS HD. You can go to the sound settings, DTS Virtual X in there, and you can enable DTS Bass Enhancement, DTS Sound Virtualizer, and DTS Dialogue Clarity. Now this will bring almost a theater experience in your room. Here's a quick demo.
Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words.
So I'm not sure if the mic recording can do justice to the experience, but this was actually really nice. Fuller, richer sound, it's clear, it's sharp, and above all, it's really loud. In fact, it has even some decent bass. Now please don't expect a bass like a soundbar would produce, but amazing for TV speakers. So overall, a really well-made device. Probably the only con for me is lack of optical port. But luckily the saving grace is it has a 3.5 headphone jack and an HDMI ARC. And the list of pros really makes it a compelling buy. Firstly, super bright display, then dual band Wi-Fi, excellent audio, Android TV 11 with all the apps you need, and the amazing PatchWall 4.0. The Redmi Smart TV 43-inch is priced at $23,999. It's a steal for the price, and you're already getting more than your money's worth. By the way, for those who are interested in a smaller size, there's also a 32-inch HD Ready Redmi TV with the exact same specs and features, and it's priced at $14,499. Now both devices are already on sale. I'll leave the links below in the description. If you like to buy one, you should definitely check it out. So I hope this video was helpful. If there are any questions, mention them down in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. A full review to follow up soon with a gaming experience and so much more. So make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss that one. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.